Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the G-Shock Watcher channel. My name is Matthew Hardman and I want to say thank you so much for spending some time with me today. Today's watch is actually a Omega moon swatch. It's a fairly chunky, funky looking watch. The collaboration with Omega and Swatch. Well, Omega's owned by Swatch, but I hadn't worn it for a while and I wanted to give it a go. So I'm just wearing that one today, a little bit out of the G-Shock ecosystem. But you know what? You've got to be able to mix these things up. So I want to talk about a watch today, which was a collaboration watch between Ed Sheeran and G-Shock. Now, this watch is a very striking watch. In fact, it was one that was lent to me by my brother-in-law. It is this one here. This is a DW-6900 watch. Very striking yellow, positive display. In fact, let's have a quick look at the specifications of this on the Shockbase website, and we love Shockbase. This was released in 2023, October 2023, at the price of $185. Water resistance 200 meters and 1 alarm. So kind of a very functional and just really fundamental basics of the watch. I mean, I do like these, DW-6900s. They've kind of grown on me over time. I got one, if you remember, recently we did a video on this one. This was the red one that they were selling in China for Chinese New Year, which was kind of very red and very striking. Came with a whole array of different additions that you could go ahead and actually use. And then I guess you could probably say there is a bit of a brother, and that would be the big brother, I would say, the GW-6900, which is more of the tough solar multi-band 6 version of it. This is a fairly modified version of that watch there. Apologies, I don't have my overhead camera for a better view today. I've left that at work because we were recording some corporate videos. But the interesting thing here is to talk about really these two watches and how they actually stack up. I mean, you can sort of see straight away, very bright yellow, positive display, very bright red, negative display. Now, as you sort of go through, and we're going to switch back here, this was a collaboration that Hodinkee did between Ed Sheeran and G-Shock. And this watch itself was really to celebrate his album called Subtract. And so if you have a look at the watch there, very bright yellow with the black ink. And if we look at the case it came in, it's a nice tin case, which is normal for G-Shock to have that sort of look, or at least the materials for that one there. But you can see the Subtract symbol on the front of the watch itself, on front of the case. Now, this lines up to the album. If we switch over here, this is the album here, which you can see. If we go in a little bit there, try and zoom in, not a very big picture, but down the bottom of his album for Subtract, he's got that subtraction symbol. And that's what we're seeing here on the case itself. If I can angle it correctly. That's the Subtract symbol that he has. And so this was a collaboration which Hodinkee did with Ed Sheeran. And Ed Sheeran is apparently a big lover of watches. So it's a nice watch. But one of the things that was interesting to me as I looked at these watches, and I was having a good look at the comparison between this DW and this DW, I was looking at what difference does 3 years actually make in terms of the watch, in terms of technology. So when we go and look at the DW here, Ed Sheeran's watch, we talked about the features. Water resistance at 200 meters, 1 alarm. Module is a 3529. The series is 6900. We go down. It's digital, super illuminator, resin, mineral glass, CR2016 for the battery, and the weight is 72 grams. And then the height, width, and thickness, 53.2 by 50 by 18.7. Now, looking at the comparison of this with our red one, which this was released in December 2025. So module is 3529. Well, that's still the same thing. The series is 6900, same thing. DW-6900, same thing. Everything is looking pretty much the same. If we go down here at the technical parts here, I mean, water resistance alarm, same diff. If we look at the timekeeping, it's a digital, it's a negative, it's an LCD, super illuminator, resin, mineral glass. Same thing all the way through. But note the weight. This one here is 72 grams. But if we switch over to the red one, this is 67 grams. So I asked myself, why would this watch, this yellow watch, weigh heavier than this red watch? It is the same watch. What are the things that could actually make the weight difference in terms of these two things? It has the same module. It has the same battery. It doesn't look from a materials any difference. And what I found was quite interesting. What they said about this watch is a couple of things which actually make that 5 grams difference possible. The first one of this watch is it has much higher quality pigmentations being used in the watch to be able to make this one retain its yellow for much longer so it doesn't sort of fade out. So I guess when you're looking at some of these collaboration watches, and particularly when they want to be able to stay on brand, the need to keep high quality, I guess, pigmentations or high quality materials actually adds weight to the overall watch. Now, it might seem insignificant. It is kind of crazy, but when you do the research, certain pigmentations and resin materials that are used to keep the color like that seem to actually add weight to the watch itself. The other thing at the back is the inscriptions. And so you can see the inscription on this one here. We can see the Ed Sheeran and Hodinkee on there. And if you compare that with the inscriptions on the back here, the standard G-Shock tends to have what I would say is much more inscriptions on it. And so in that research, it was sort of shown that obviously the more inscriptions you have in that backplate actually takes weight out of the overall watch. So the fact that this one is a lot cleaner and less inscriptions potentially adds up to 5 grams. I mean, 5 grams is not a lot. Like, you're not going to wear these two watches and go, oh my God, I can tell the difference. But I thought it was kind of interesting to look at this and recognize that some of the materials being used in these watches will add different levels of weight, even they look like they're exactly the same. And also some of the etchings in the back of these watches are also indications of weight as well. So really interesting from a comparison point of view. Now, the final thing I'd talk about with this watch is, availability today. Probably very, very hard to go ahead and actually buy these things in the shop. So your market then for this watch is predominantly going to be the secondhand market. And this is a example of where the secondhand market for these watches actually does increase in price overall. And some of the prices can be quite wild in terms of where these have actually gone to. We're seeing somewhere around from 300 to 500% increases in the resale market of this. So, if we come back to our browser and jump back over here, take into account that this was $185 when it first came out. So $185, let's say it's probably about $220 Singapore from that point of view. I work on a Singapore number. If we look at some of the secondhand market or aftermarket sales here, Novel Ship, they're advertising this watch for $664. So that's a 3x price increase, pretty significant from that point of view. Shopee, which is a local e-retailer, they're trying to sell this one for $440 in box. So, of course, and it also says out of stock, so I'm not sure why it's still on the market there. Casio has a appearance on StockX. They're asking for $438. And if we go to my favorite site, which is Buy, you'll see some of these watches going for $360, $415, $286. They are absolutely attainable, I guess, but they're certainly being charged for either a price just above what they came out at. They haven't really lost their value, or some of the prices are much, much more excessive than what they were when they came out. And this could possibly be due to the popularity of a singer like Ed Sheeran. I don't listen to Ed Sheeran very well, but fellow Ginger done well, good work for him. He does have some good music. I must say it's quite catchy, and I think he's done very, very well. Looks like a fairly honest kind of guy. But yeah, that's the Ed Sheeran collaboration watch, the DW-6900ES23. There's a lot more numbers to that one, a bit harder to remember, but it's a DW-6900. The Hodinkee collaboration between Ed Sheeran and G-Shock. So cool watch. Big thanks to my brother for giving me the opportunity to have a look at it. I hope you found some of that information interesting on pigmentations and etchings. 5 grams. I just found it curious, and I'd love to be able to share some of those insights. So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. I know it's been a while. I've been all over the place, but it's nice to be able to back in the groove again to share some G-Shock information with you. With that, thank you so much. Have a great day.